everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are going at Slurry. We're actually going our own Slurry, and we're going to be getting ready for putting in cattle, which if I get the shed empty tonight, which I should, no issues, bulls will be going in tomorrow. As you can see there, the Daewoo digger behind me, the bonnets are open on it. Father Phil was just servicing the engine on it last night before we go to get ready to take the crust out of the Slurry store, as time to get all the tanks and everything emptied. So I made a start at the tank last night, stuck in quick agitation when I come back from spreading yesterday. So I have to move across water that we've gathered in the reception pit. It's the runoff of the dung pit, so it'll be a bit of coloured water, not just water. And we got to put in our slatted tank, which is there, and we gotta get it stirred. It's going to take a fair few load of water to get it moving. It's about half agitated. It's the second time we kind of went out. We took a few load out of it earlier in the year as we wanted to get some good slurry to go out on. I actually think it could have been the red clover at the time. Myself lined up, but we get this load of water out, we'll get a bit of stirring done, we take out a few, we put in a few, and we get this tank emptied, and we'll see how we go on. I'll spend the full day at Slurry today. Father Phil is going to go rolling grain for ourselves. He was rolling for other lads yesterday, and he's going away rolling again tomorrow for other lads. So we're going to get a heap of stuff rolled for ourselves now. With the bulls going in, we need to have it ready there to be feeding them. So anyways, get myself backed in relatively well, and we get this load of water off and we get our bit stirred up. More going in there. So 4-bay shed, 5-foot slat. It only holds about 10 load, that's about all it holds. But we'll probably have to put in 4 or 5 load of water to get it all out of it, but we just gotta get over it. We also still have to clean up and get this trailer load of grain moved, and there's a couple of things that has to be done before the bulls go in. We're not just ready for them, but hopefully by tomorrow we'll be ready to put them in, because it's just kind of time to put them in. Grass is running out on some of the rotations that they're on. Yeah, that has to be done. So, have the agitator running away there now. Giving it a stir. So what we do to try and reduce the risk, because it is a risky job, is you always try and pick a good lively windy day to agitate the shed. Keep a good breeze, always have a good breeze moving in the shed on a lively day. The other thing is, you agitate it for half an hour before you go into the shed. You give it time to knock out the gases, and then you go into the shed and you start agitating. And that's the general run-of-the-mill thing that we do. So I give it a few minutes, start giving her a rip and see how she's moving. And yeah, that's just on agitating the Slurry. Very hard agitated tank without actually going into the shed to see how it's actually agitated. Anyways, we'll get this stirred up. Just taking out the first load now. So half the shed's still agitated, so the plan is now go spread the red clover, so that's going to take 5 load, load to the acres, 5 load out, and then I'm going to transfer what water is left in the reception pit, maybe 3 or 4 load, put it in. Hopefully that's enough to agitate it. If it's not, we'll have a bit of pig slurry in the Slurry store I can let out and put in, but kind of don't want to use that if I can, and want to just try and get it out handy enough. So yeah, we'll go get the red clover spread. We'll see can we get this shifted, and I think Liv is coming in then. She's doing some stuff on the computer. She got to come in then and power wash out the shed then, have it nice and clean for the boys coming in. So we're in here spreading the red clover, and this is the red clover a week after being cut. Like, it is, we cut it, it's about 10 days cut now. That's what it is. It's about 10 days cut, and it's just super regrowth on it. It is just, it's nearly unbelievable just how well it's grown back. So using the headline management there, as it just literally to where I mowed, it leaves off the Slurry. Lovely job. So we're putting it out, aiming for 2,500 gallons. So should be doing 6 kilometers. We're doing 5.5. If I go up a gear, I go up a full kilometer. So I'd rather put it out heavy than put it out light. So that's what we're doing. But we just can't get over how quickly the red clover's coming back, even compared to the reseeded field we done last year. That has nothing on the red clover. It's just coming back so quick. So we give her a good doing of Slurry now, and then that should give it lots of energy for the winter. Yeah, it's just coming back so quick. So that's the red clover finished, all spread. Yeah, I still have to get the bales out here, but however, I'll get them out sooner rather than later, hopefully. Anyways, on back to the yard and we'll go start transferring water out of the reception pit into the tank, and we get that tank stirred up. So just laying in the first load. Liv has been in and power washed down the walls and the barriers and that, so just have the upstand left to do. So when bro gets home from school, gets the homework done, I'll try and convince him to come in and give me a hand, and we'll power wash out the passageway, power wash out that while I'm getting this done. Shouldn't be too difficult, but it's a nice difference, so it does in the clean. It's good and low at the minute. It's down about 3 foot more. So I get these 2 load across, agitate it, see what it's like. Hopefully I'll get it all, and yeah, we'll get out. Also, the pigs there, here they are. Down the back of the orchard there. Hey girls. We have all the slurry moved across, or water, and I moved a load of pig slurry too. Just a bit short, so I was on getting it all done. So it's time to lay up that chair. See how this mixes. Fingers crossed we get it this time. So I don't know, can you see it on camera? But we're all moving there now, right back down. So I just after breaking off all the heavy stuff off the upstand now, so it's just a matter of washing that down. And yeah, so we're getting there now. That's it, fully agitated now. So we agitate her out. We're going to get a tanker. We get this tank empty. About 10 load and see it fully empty. It's not a very big tank, and there's a reason why we don't have many tanks on the farm, and that's because we're on very stony ground, and there is quite literally tight in some spots not even a foot of topsoil and you're on bedrock. When they dug out this tank, they pulled out a massive lump of a boulder, I was told the size of a 35, and they got that dug out of it, and then that was it. They weren't going any deeper, hence the tank is only 5 feet, and hence we're mostly straw bedded sheds because we can't dig tanks. There's just not enough ground to dig tanks around here. So pull out the agitator and we get spreading. So I have to drop off the agitator on the Brahan now and tip it with a 20% grain. Father Phil's rolling away there, he wants to get that in now. He has the back of the shed nearly filled up. But just something, my biggest pet peeve is spilt grain. I hate it. There is nothing that annoys me more than spilt grain, and all I can see across the yard is grain spilt. Just mess. Nothing pisses me off more. My greatest pet peeve. Normally I do the teleporter work because I get out and use the brush and that, but I'm at this, Father Phil's at that. Divide and conquer, get the most amount of work done in the day. But yeah, oh man, just yeah, my biggest pet peeve. But anyways, we have this agitator and we get this load of grain tipped, and then we get back at the fucking slurry. Just going out with the first load of slurry since we agitated it. So we're going out onto what we call the big field. The big silage field. We have 38 acres, so there's not enough slurry to cover it all, but I've already been out here with slurry since we cut it for the second cut. So I had half of this side of the wire spread, and then there was a couple of loads spread inside going that way. So the calves are out here, they're on that side of the wire, so they're grazing that. So the plan would be that with this bit of slurry going out, it will hopefully keep the grass growing and keep the calves out there for a fair amount of time. We're going to spread this half of the field that I didn't do, so about halfway across. You can kind of actually see where the slurry was spread just by looking across the field. I can see there, I don't know how well you can. And there's a bit put out there, and if I have any over, I'll put some out there. So as I said, what's left in that tank is going out here. So we'll start off by spreading this bit, then we'll go on, we'll spread some of that. We'll just drop the wire in a spot and we'll drive across and spread it. So that's all right. Go put it out about 2,000 gallons to the acre. So if I change my box, I need to be doing 7.5 kilometers an hour to achieve that, and it should be pretty good at that. Go push this, should push on grass nicely now. That's that, confirm load, that's the 5th load out of the tank. Hit run on this. That always carries the draft, no camera plugged in. So I'm going to have to create a new infill line because this is based on when I was mowing and that wire doesn't match the mowing. So I'll go with an A line. Now, ready to go. Right. Throttle. That one. This one. That one. Slurry should start coming out. And we'll do 7.5. Right, that's 8.5. Drop it back. What does it do? B. 7. So kilometre every gap between each gear. So we'll put it out at 8, 7, 8. It's about 8 kilometres. So if I change this, so we're putting it out about 1900, between 19 and 1800 gallons to the acre. We'll cover whatever we can, and yeah, spreading away lovely there now. Absolutely smashing. We'll mark out this AB line too, and it'll mean I get all nice straight lines. You can see the runs, the more we're taking that way. So you can see the difference between calves and grades, calves having grades. Well, just on another note too, so one of the big things always when we start, well, it's early September yet, but once we always got to the end of September into October, it was always the big panic. The slurry dates are coming, and the slurry dates are changing for this year. So I just read on the Farmer's Journal there online just to make sure I was going to get it right, and it could change from what I'm saying, and I may be wrong. I may have old information. It'd be a bit like when we were talking about the cover crops, and up until I started filming, I only realised when I started filming and I talked to Father Phil that they'd changed the night before. But the slurry dates for this year are being closed from the 8th of October, so it's a full 7 days, a full week ahead of when it normally is. We have to have all the slurry out 7 days earlier than normal. Engage auto steer now, and we'll go back down the field. So we'll spread this field up and down. So it's probably going to overlap quite a bit. But so yeah, the slurry dates are changing. They're coming forward a week for this year, and next year another week. So from 2023, all the slurry will have to be spread by the end of September. This year is the 8th, so I suppose it's not too bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. And we are well on our way now. We actually thought it was the 30th of September, but just as I checked there, it's not. So we have an extra 7 days we thought we didn't have. So that means that we're well underway. We are down to kind of the last, I think we're down to 5 more tanks to do. 3 of them are ready to go. 1 of them is our own, not including what I'm at today. Another out farm, we have a tank of slurry to get out. A solid 7 days of slurry, we'll be finished. All done and dusted, everything that's on the books and to be done. So yeah, this year has been quite good. We've got through an awful lot of work. Having Bro at home has made a huge difference. He was just there all throughout the summer helping with the silage, and then anytime we went at slurry, we had the 2 tankers going, which makes a huge difference to the amount of work you get done in a day. Absolutely massive. So we're well on our way to achieving getting all the slurry spread in time. So anyways, that's my load spread. So we'll fold up, we'll bait on back to the yard, get another one, get this done. Another tank ticked off the list. Have it all done by the 8th of October. Happy days.
find you. I'm used to waiting. Are you? Would you be waiting there too? I'm used to staying. Would you? Would you be waiting? Find you. I'm used to waiting. Are you? Would you be waiting there too? I'm used to staying. Would you? Would you be waiting? Dopamine when you send pictures. When you send pictures. You'd be waiting. Oh. Dopamine when you send pictures. When you send pictures. Oh. Would you be waiting?
Just filling another load. So as you seen there in the drone for the 2 droppers blocked. Quite annoying, and I had them all work, and I had to clean some of them out, and I got them all going. And they're blocked in the drum with them. Anyways, one of the tricks I have for unblocking pipes, sometimes it works, most of the time it works, sometimes it doesn't work, is I just turn on my macerator there, I open my lollipop, tank's over half full, so there's a lot vacuum in it, open that, there, couple of bounces, close it, close lollipop, turn the macerator, open it again, open lollipop, let it suck in air through the pipes, close it again, do it 3 times, every time turn the macerator, go again, and close it. And what that does is that kind of sucks back in any of the pipes and it should pull in whatever is blocking it. Most of the time that works, sometimes it doesn't. That back. And do it when the tank is getting near full, you have more suction there, more of a pull to get it in. Now, this tanker, it only ever had it blocked once, but today it's blocking quite a bit. And it's blocking where the big pipe goes into the arm, where the pipe goes over the steel pipe that then goes down into the dropper. That's where it's blocking. Originally I was afraid it was going to block, didn't block. Today's actually the first day it's been a bit of an issue. The Mastec, it always blocked just after the macerator. The worst with that was wood chip. If you were ever sucking out of a tank that had a wood chip pad beside it or anything like that, it'd damn you, because the macerator just pushed the wood chip, break the wood chip, push it into the steel hole in there, and then it'd just be stuck, and you'd have to open up and push them out. That hasn't happened with this yet, but it's blocking there. That's where it's blocking on this one. So it's annoying, but it's the first time it's been a bit of an issue now. Anyways, getting there. Remember, it's only a 5-foot tank, so not too much left. I'll keep going. And that's it. I know you can, yeah, the camera can't see into the tank, but it always gets me just how small that tank is. It's very small. So that's it. This load would be the 10th load out today. So that includes, it's not even half a tank. So you can say 9.5 tanks come out of that today, and I put 3 load into that. Put 3 load into that. So it just goes to show that tank. I thought 10 load is what that held. It doesn't. It's less than and 10. So 9 load, so there's about half a load in that tank, so it's 9.5 load. I put in, I spread 2 load, then I put in, no, I spread 4 load. Yeah, I spread 4 load, then I put in 3 load. So I've spread 5.5 loads there now to empty out the tank. Yeah, the tank holds very little. 9.5 loads, that's what I spread today. And that 4 load to the red clover and 5.5 down to the big field. And that's it, that's that tank emptied. So now that tank is emptied, all that's left to be done is just wash down the back duck stand and scrub out the passageway and give it a bit of a quick wash down while the Bowser's there. We'll do that first thing in the morning and then we'll go get the bulls. We're ready to put in the bulls in that shed. So that's going to be for the next video. But yeah, that's that tank emptied. Anyways, we'll go get this half a load spread. See how far they're filled done for the day. Not too bad. Slow out going rolling, but that's a good start made there. It's going to make a good start to feeding these boys coming in. So once we've something in there, it means that we get started and we get a couple of nights rolling, half a day here, half a day there. We won't be long getting that shed fully filled to the lugs. That will be the plan. The one issue we've had just on the rolling is we had beans over from last year. We had them, we put acid on them and kept grand, rolling away a bit at them for calves and that, and we were looking forward to putting them in with this mix that's going in there now for the sole purpose of having that bit of higher protein feed going into the bulls earlier on than we did last year, not having to wait another 2-3 weeks before we get fresh beans harvested just to tide them over for that period. But we mixed the beans with the oats stuff and all the barley, the leftovers of last year's grain, that was all mixed together, brought back here to be rolled, and now it's not going through the mill because our beans are gone very, very, very hard, and to roll the grain the mill has to be very tightly closed, and the beans are just bouncing on top of the roll, they're not going through it, which now means to roll the beans we have to open the mill up just whatever, 2 mil, 3 mil, just enough that it'll actually catch the bean and pull it in and break it. But that means our grain that's mixed in with it is going to run through it, not milled, which means we're looking at rolling the heap of stuff twice. Now there is maybe 10 ton there, so 10 ton, it's an hour's rolling maybe, so it's 2 hours is going to roll it once, to put in, roll again. Absolute pain in the hole. It means that the stuff that's gone in there doesn't have much beans in it because he rolled so much it will nearly come to a full stop. It was getting very hard to get stuff going through that, cleaning out, a bit of a palaver that way, but it is a bit of a pain in the hole, and it's the first time we'd done that, so we thought the beans wouldn't have gone so hard, but they have. It is a pain, but what can we do? Roll it twice. That's it. Anyways, we're going to leave it at that for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comments down below. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That is it for me. Good luck.